before the muscles, before the Hollywood lights, before the world ever called him The Rock. There was just a young man, broken, uncertain, and standing at rock bottom. This man, who would one day electrify millions, once stared into the mirror and asked himself, "Is this it? Is this who I'm meant to be?" And if I told you that answer was hidden in just $7, would you believe it? Because this is not just a story about fame. This is not just the journey of an actor or a wrestler. This is the story of resilience, of pain, loss, heartbreak, and the unshakable will to rise again. This is the story of Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne's early life was far from glamorous. Born in 1972, he grew up in a wrestling family. His father, Rocky Johnson, and his grandfather, High Chief Peter Maivia, were legends in the ring. But even with that legacy, his family often struggled. Money was tight. Stability was rare. One day, when Dwayne was only 14, he walked home from school and saw something no child should ever see. His family's possessions dumped on the street. They had been evicted. No home, no roof, just heartbreak. Imagine being that young and realizing that life can take everything from you in an instant. But that pain planted a seed. Dwayne made a silent promise to himself. One day, I will never let this happen again. Football became his way out. His size, strength, and relentless drive earned him a scholarship at the University of Miami. He thought, this is it. This was his escape from poverty, his chance to change his family's future. But fate can be cruel. Injuries destroyed his NFL dream. Suddenly, the boy who thought he had it all figured out was left with nothing. And when I say nothing, I mean it. No career, no money, no direction. He opened his wallet and counted just $7. $7. That was all. Now pause and think about that moment. You're in your early 20s. The world expects you to succeed, and all you have is $7 in your pocket. Most people would quit. Most people would say it's over. But not Dwayne. He took the pain of failure and asked himself the most important question of his life. What now? That what now led him to wrestling. But even here, nothing came easy. When he stepped into the WWE, the fans didn't cheer. They didn't welcome him. They booed. They chanted, "Rocky sucks." They laughed. Can you imagine working your whole life to find your purpose, only to be rejected, mocked, and told you'll never make it? But instead of running, he reinvented himself. He dropped the smile, embraced his true personality, and became The Rock. Charismatic, bold, larger than life. The crowd that once booed him now couldn't get enough of him. He wasn't just a wrestler anymore. He was a phenomenon. Yet still, he wasn't satisfied. Dwayne dared to chase an even bigger dream. Hollywood. Once again, people laughed. Another wrestler trying to act, they said. But he didn't care. He worked, he studied, he hustled. He fought for every role, no matter how small. And brick by brick, movie by movie, he climbed. Today, he's not just an actor. He's one of the highest paid stars in the world. But here's the part most people miss. It's not the money. It's not the fame. It's the mindset. The boy who once had only $7 refused to let his story end there. Every morning, he wakes up before the sun. He trains like a soldier. He works like he's still broke. Because deep down, he remembers that moment when life stripped everything away. And that's the key. That's the lesson. Your circumstances do not define you. Your failures do not define you. Your setbacks are not the end of your story. They are the beginning. Dwayne Johnson's journey is living proof that you can go from nothing to everything, but only if you refuse to quit. Only if you keep asking yourself in your darkest moments, what now? So the next time you feel lost, the next time life knocks you down, remember this. Dwayne Johnson once stood where you are, broke, confused, searching. And if he could rise from rock bottom, then so can you. Because strength is not built in comfort. Success is not born in easy times. It is forged in pain, in struggle, in those moments when you feel like giving up. So don't quit. Don't stop. Keep pushing. Because your $7 moment could be the beginning of your greatest chapter. This is just one story, and many more are coming. Stories of resilience, of greatness, of ordinary people who refuse to stay ordinary. And if you stay with us, the next story might just change your life.